We're at the IAS meeting in Paris. We're here with Zhenya, and you are a Young Investigator Awardee, Scholarship Awardee, and we wanted to visit with you about some of what got you into the field and so forth. So we'll just talk about a few questions. So, how long have you actually been in the field of HIV?
I have been in HIV/AIDS field since 2008, about 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
About 10 years.
And what is the area of work that you've chosen to do?
I represent here the civil society. I'm working in an NGO. Our organization's name is Women's Empowerment Center. Our organization is located in Armenia. And we are working with women living with and affected by HIV infection. So the main area of our work field is empowerment, capacity building of women and young girls living with and affected by HIV infection.
Mm-hmm. So women and younger people, or young women, or
young women. Young women and young girls, girls as well.
So what age groups mostly would you?
We are working from 18th age and up.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So what are some of the challenges that you face in the field in what you're doing?
So still there exist many challenges in the field of HIV. I would like to mention stigma and discrimination toward people living with HIV. For example, stigma attracts in the laws restricting the HIV people's entrance to some countries. I'll bring an example. For example, there is a very high rate of migration in Armenia. And among the migrants, there is a great number of people. There are a great number of people living with HIV. Some people have to go abroad just to work for living, and there are countries that have laws that restrict the HIV-positive people's entrance to the country. And sometimes, because of HIV status, people are deported. So I think this is some kind of stigma that should be ended. Mm-hmm. In residence countries, people do not have access to treatment, to care, and sometimes they have to stop treatment because they cannot go back home to take their treatment, to go to their home country to take treatment. So I think this stigma should be stopped, and every person should have access to treatment care in the country he or she lives. And the second challenge that I would like to mention is not every person have access to high quality medications. For example, there are people who stop taking medication because of terrible side effects. Yes, terrible side effects. And sometimes there is no choice in some countries. Mm-hmm. So I would, in my opinion, every person should have access to high quality medication, because the quality of life of HIV patients depends on the quality of HIV treatment and the HIV treatment. Third, I think women are not much involved in HIV response. And in my opinion, patients, especially women, must be empowered. There must be much more capacity building activities to involve more women, to make the HIV respond more effective. And also, I would like to speak about the decreasing of funding. Mm-hmm. Despite the increasing number of HIV cases, the fundings are decreasing. I'll bring another example.
So there's increasing cases.
Increasing cases,
and less
decreasing
money.
money, yes. I'll bring another example. For those 4 days, I have heard about the drug resistance for many, many times. For example, 5-6 years ago in my country, every person passed, especially those who took ARV, passed CD4 and viral load testing every 3 months. Now, people pass CD4 and viral load testing once a year. How can we speak about resistance?
Right, that's true. If we had drugs that were more up to date,
Yes,
they would be more durable. We wouldn't worry.
Yes.
But you're talking about drugs that will build they're the kind of drugs that
Yes.
may build resistance.
Yes,
So
yes.
therefore, you really need to know when there
Yes.
is resistance. Yeah. So the other question I would ask you is, you talked about some of the challenges. Do you have any successes that you feel that you've had in your time in the field?
Sure, there are many successes. For example, many years ago, fewer people knew about HIV, and much more people get infected. Nowadays, the information is more. It still is not enough, but day by day, the information is more. And as you know, Armenia is among one of the countries that have zero HIV infection from mother to child transmission. And I think it is also a great success, and in Armenia and in our region and all over the world. And but still, there are huge work to be done.
So you are in the field that you're doing, working with women. Do you feel that's where you want to stay, or do you feel you want to move to some other area?
Yes, we are moving. We are going day by day, by little steps, but we are going ahead.
But I mean, do you feel like you want to stay in that work, or do you want to find?
Yes. I will stay in that work because if every day a woman is infected, it means that we must stay in this field and do whatever we can, whatever we cannot, just to protect women and for the new generation and to reach the goal 90-90-90.
Do you find that you're a role model and you're able to get others into the field to do the work that you're doing?
Sorry?
Are you like a role model? Do you feel like you can get others to do the work that you're doing?
Yes, and this is a good example of IAS and Women's Network on AIDS. And I think that only getting together, making networks, participating in such platforms, we will be able to do more. And one of the good example of this is the creation of networks in our region, especially for women. And this is IAS and Women's Network on AIDS, that which get more women involved in the process of response HIV.
Great. Is there anything else you want to impart to our audience before you leave?
Yes. I would like just to thank the International AIDS Society for this opportunity. In organizing such conferences, platforms is a good opportunity to have effective response of HIV. And I would especially like to thank the IAS scholarship team to make my participation in this conference, especially in this beautiful city of Paris, because it is very important to involve the civil society in such conferences. If you are working with the community, we must be in communication with professionals, networks, platforms working in the field of HIV, just to learn about the new approaches of treatment, care, to make our work more effective.
So you believe this conference was a success for you, and that
Yes,
you've taken
yes,
that,
yes.
and that you will be
I
able
heard
to.
very many interest. I participated in many interesting sessions. I had many interesting new things for me. Maybe was not new, but it is new for me. And I hope the whole knowledge, experience, skills I get here, I will bring home to the women whom I'm working with.
Right. Very good. That's of course the optimal scenario. They want you to do that. They want you to take it home and educate all the folks about what you've learned here.
Because some of them know that I'm here, and they are always writing to me, is there anything new in the field of HIV? Is there anything new in the field of treatment? And this is very important to make the civil society participation in such conferences. And thank you for the IAS scholarship team. Thank you for IAS for making my participation possible in this conference. I would like just to say that everything was organized very well, and every little detail was taken into consideration. So thank you.
Very good, and I appreciate that you appreciate that.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.